This is Steve at Airguns of Arizona. I'm in the repair department, and today we're going to be going through and looking at the newer FX Wildcat. We'll be taking off the air cylinder and installing the air cylinder. At times, you will need to remove the air cylinder to replace O-rings on the ends and possibly the O-rings around the regulator. So at this point, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, our first step in taking off the air cylinder, of course, is going to be taking off the stock. It's a very easy process. We have two set screws that we're going to be removing. There's one here in front of the trigger guard, and there's one in back. And you'll need to be using a 3mm wrench, an Allen wrench, to remove these set screws. Again, this is very easy to do. It's just a matter of taking and removing. Lay your parts where they're not going to be hit and lost. Once the set screws are removed, all you need to do is pull straight up on the stock and it removes from the action. Lay your stock aside, and we'll be now looking at the removal of the air cylinder. As you can see, and I'll bring this a little closer so you can see, what we're going to be doing is this cylinder is under pressure. So there's no way that we can just unscrew this without releasing the air pressure in the cylinder. The easiest way to do this, which FX has come up with, is there's a brass set screw that's drilled into the block, and if you just crack that open, you'll hear the air coming out of the brass. Let's go ahead and remove. There is some air in this cylinder. You're going to need a 4mm Allen wrench. Just place it in the brass set screw. And again, you will hear air seeping from the brass screw. We'll go ahead and give it a few seconds and let it bleed down. In the meantime, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get ready to remove the cylinder, which in this case, we'll be removing these 4 set screws. You don't have to remove, you just have to loosen the 4 set screws up. It'll be a 3mm Allen wrench that we'll be using. Again, just loosen these set screws as follows. Once those set screws are loose, now we can go ahead and twist our air cylinder off and unscrew it from the block. And we're going to go ahead and remove the air cylinder. Okay, pull it straight out. And now we've got our air cylinder in our hand. And we're ready to do whatever we need to do to this cylinder, whether it's replacing the O-rings or removing all the ends and replacing the O-rings that are in the regulator. We're going to go ahead and install the air cylinder back on the rifle. All it is a matter of sliding it back through the bracket, which is the trigger mechanism. Screw on the air cylinder, tighten, and you should be ready to go. One thing that I wanted to make you aware of is that there is a metal rubber washer, a dowty seal, and you need to make sure that if the air cylinder separated from that point, that seal is back in position. If it's not, it will leak at that point. Once the air cylinder is back in position, it's tight, we go ahead and we'll tighten the set screws back up, making sure that our trigger is aligned up and down, vertically. Tightening these set screws, you don't have to go too tight. It's just a matter of going snug and then giving it just a little more. Once the set screws are in place, you can go ahead and install the stock back on the rifle. It's as easy as dropping it into place and installing the set screws. There you have it. We've installed the Allen screws back in the stock, holding the stock onto the action. It's nice and tight. You're ready to go ahead and go to your fill station and fill your cylinder up. Let it sit for a while, making sure that there's no leaks. Then go out and enjoy shooting. If you would, go to our webpage and be sure to check out some of our other repair videos on the FX Wildcat airgun. Thanks for joining me.